What's a fact that could save your life? You should still attempt to dial 911 in an emergency, even if you have no bars of signal. There are protocols that allow your phone to bounce signals off any tower available, including military, first responder ones, and towers not on your network in the event that you attempt to call 911. StarTech here can confirm this. And I just want to add, please ignore that viral post about changing your voicemail. Spoiler, you can't, and now you've wasted your battery when you could have called 911. Teach your kids that if they ever separated from you, to find any closest adult in emergencies. The likelihood of the next person you would walk up to being a pedophile are slim to none, but the odds increase dramatically waiting for the first person to approach a child alone. I ever thought that if I were separated from my mom, to go up to a woman, especially one with kids, for help. Far less likely to be a pedophile. Find another mother. That's the phrase I was taught. It's also been suggested for really busy places with lots of people is to find people that are clearly part of a group, all wearing the same t-shirts or something like that. It increases the number of people willing to help, and since they are familiar with each other, they can communicate more easily if they separate to find help. Don't mix bleach with anything but water. Use bleach to clean up cat pee, made mustard gas, and just about took out the entire family plus the pets. Spend the rest of the day outside while the house aired out. I had to get on my mom for pouring bleach in the washing machine with the cat pee soaked blankets from foster kittens. We had to open all the windows and keep the kittens in the car while the house aired out. You lose heat 20 times faster when wet versus been drying. Shed wet clothes. There is a saying, cotton kills. Because cotton when it gets wet will retain wetness and cling to your body, speeding up hypothermia. If you're doing anything where hypothermia is even a possibility, like camping or hiking in colder climate, having wool or synthetic clothing can save your life. And watch out for the cotton blends. Summer camp counselor when I was in college. Gorgeous evening, must have been about 70 degrees. We were out on the ski boat around dusk helping someone learn to slalom. One girl decided she wanted a turn while the slalom guy needed a break, so she jumped in wearing her cotton street clothes. Was fine, got up and did a couple laps of the lake, got back in the boat and just started shivering, then became non-responsive and fell to the floor of the boat. Apparently between the cooling temps around sunset, the wet cotton and the wind from being pulled behind the boat sent her hypothermic in about 10 minutes, while the rest of us were absolutely comfortable. Thankfully, we recognized the signs, got her stripped of her wet clothes and skin to skin with the other warm, dry people. Yes, that was awkward to kind of forcibly remove her clothing. And back to shore where we got her in a warm environment and slowly, appropriately got her core temp back where it needed to be. Wet cotton is a risk of death, even in comfortable temperatures. Don't pull a knife or anything else out of a puncture wound. The object may very well be keeping you from bleeding out. Only medical professionals should remove something stuck in you. And if you to pull it out, don't re-stab the person. Losing weight without trying could very well be cancer. Or diabetes. Excessive thirst combined with weight loss were the biggest signs of me having T1 diabetes. For a while I thought it was just the amount of weed I was smoking daily, cotton mouth and resisting the munchies. I was very wrong. 2 months since diagnosis, it's more or less under control now. The thirst has subsided immensely, and I've regained the 30 pounds I've lost. If you fall through the ice, the dark spot is the way out. Edit. The sun reflects off the ice surface. The spot you entered has no ice or reflection, so will be dark, opposite what we would naturally think. Also, if you fall through the ice, make sure you grab the ice behind you to crawl back out, not in front of you. The ice behind you was obviously strong enough to hold you up until that point. My grandpa always tell me this, and his brother had unfortunately drawn this exact way when he was 6. If you get lost in the wilderness, the best thing to do is to stay calm and stay put, unless there is an immediate threat to your safety in the area. Just sit down and wait for someone to come find you. Many people die or get seriously injured because they keep moving and search and rescue can't catch up to them. Best thing to do is always carry a deck of cards. If you're ever lost in the woods, just stay put and use the deck of cards to play solitaire. Eventually, someone will come along and tell you how to play your next move. Don't pour water on a grease fire, put baking soda on it instead. And flour is not an exceptional substitute for baking soda. Found that out the hard way. Damn, you may have just saved me in the future. I was thinking, baking soda? I feel like I've always heard flour. Thanks, man. If you can't find your kid in your house, don't search common places they would be. Search the most deadly places: pools, freezers, washing machines and dryers. Seconds count, and if they are hidden under the table for an extra minute, who cares? Also, remember the golden rule for pool parties, family gathering with kids. If everyone is watching the kids, no one is watching them. You need to specifically put someone on babysitting duty. You can switch people during the event, but it needs to be a specific person at all times. The rocks from a river absorb water. When rapidly heated, it causes the absorbed water to boil much quicker than steam can escape the rock. This buildup of steam causes the rock to explode, sending hot rocks fragments everywhere. So don't use rocks from a river to make a fire pit. Carbon monoxide is odorless. Get a detector and test that detector regularly. My cousin had to evacuate his 4th floor apartment due to carbon monoxide when his daughter was only a week old. Someone on the ground floor was using machinery without proper ventilation, and the scary thing was the 2nd and 3rd floors alarms were dead and didn't go off. Thanks to his making sure his detector was working, everyone was fine. A fishy smell in your house could mean there is an electrical fire. Fun story: when I was 19 and co-op, I brought salmon into work and microwaved it, leading to the evacuation of an office building because they thought it was an electrical issue. And that was the day I learned to not microwave fish at an office. If someone comes to you with a weapon and tells you to go with them, do not. Never go to the second location. My mom told me from a really young age, if you get in the car, you're never going home. Never ever get in the car. I taught my sons the same thing. If it feels wrong, it probably is. Trust the gut feeling, it's there for a reason. I just read The Gift of Fear by Gavin de Becker. I trust my intuition so much more now. Every time I've had that little brain tingle, I've been right. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this video, and see you next time.